the first time I ever figured out how to make money, the emotion that I had and the way it felt, and using the internet, by the way, it literally, like, that was it. It was over. I was like, this is the way that I'm going to do it. And I just want to share that same kind of experience for anybody that actually wants that kind of experience, because that's what I wanted to do, was make money online. I'm going to put together this campaign publicly, and I'm going to be taking people on the journey and sharing with people how they can make their first dollar online. Because if you can make your first one, you just keep doing what you did and you make more and more. And just like for me, the way I started out and the way I started, getting my first dollar was going around and basically repurposing content for people. But I did it in person. I would go meet with them in person and do it. And there's a much better way now, of course. That was many years ago. But I just, the more I think about it and the more I talk to the community and people online, I'm really interested in just helping somebody make their first dollar online, because it seems like that is the biggest hurdle, just getting the thing put together and making it actually sell. So I want to help people with that. That was, if I, looking back, I wish somebody would help me with that, because I thought it had to be a whole bunch of things that it didn't need to be. And anymore today, like, there's not been a better time to build a business like this. People are used to being off the internet, just being on the internet, being off, at home. People, the platforms now, they favor people that have good, interesting content. And so I've got, I have this whiteboard image I want to show you, because I want to just take you through how I'm thinking about this and what it's going to look like. And I just took this picture right before we jumped on here of what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing and what I'm going to be putting together. So obviously, by getting traffic, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing this process with people. It's almost like, I think about it like Inception. And what I'm going to do is, as I'm building this, it's going to be for sale immediately, even before it's actually built, because I'm going to slowly increase the price as we get closer to it actually launching. And I'm going to tie in another bonus upgrade, because I'm going to be reworking Build Lab for the version 2 upgrade. And so I was going to let in, anybody that paid $597 one time would get lifetime access to Build Lab. I'm going to open up 30 spots for that, and that ends August 31st, 2023. So I'm going to have a button on my website where they can do that. The thing that, and anybody that's already paid the $597, you'll automatically be set at lifetime. That's why I made it that price, just so that was easy. I was trying to think through how I could do all this stuff, and I was like, I'll just make it the same price. Anybody who's already paid that, they get lifetime access to Build Lab. It's very simple. But one of the things that helps me be more creative, and I'm sharing this with you because maybe this can help you, is I have a spastic type attention span where I get excited about a lot of things and it sends me in a lot of different directions. And I think that's why the book Essentialism was so powerful for me, where it shows this source of energy and it shows it like sun rays coming off of it. And it says, if you're trying to do all these different things and you're just going to make an inch of progress in each of those different things, it's going to take you forever to make progress. And then to the right of it, it had a circle with just a single arrow coming out of it going really far. And it says, or you can focus on that one thing that's really going to make everything else essentially not be as important. And you can go all in on that and make 8 inches of progress every day. And so that always stuck with me, but it wasn't always being executed. I would still get distracted by things. And so what I've learned is I have to put serious constraints on myself. But what's the beauty and the simultaneous thing that happens there is you also become a lot more resourceful, a lot more creative. Your work tends to be better because it's more focused and clear. And so some of the constraints that I have in this journey that we're going to be going on, helping people, make their first dollar, is, I want to, number one, I want to remove myself from the echo chamber, which is I'm not going to allow myself to get involved with other creators, because I just want this to be pure, and I want this to just be what I actually would do if I were to start over and try to make my first dollar online. And I don't want that to be influenced, because I know this isn't a new concept, but I think things have changed since some of these people have done this type of concept. And, I really want to just market by showing my expertise. And, I talk to you like this because this is maybe how you would want to think too. And I'm going to be showing everyone what I'm creating, because that builds, when you see something being built. I used to always, when I was talking to my clients that were like artists and people that actually built things, with their hands, like physical objects and stuff, I would say, the easiest way for you to sell that piece of artwork or to sell that thing is for you to simply just show somebody you building it. Because when I see something being built by hand and it's something that's nice and helpful and, cool looking or whatever, it the value just gets driven up. And I remember the other night we were on a call and Bijan was showing this. He's one of our clients. He was just showing this picture, and he's like, man, I took this picture, and it was a nice, cool picture. It's like a black and white picture. It had this empty field with rolling hills and a little black tree kind of stuck there. Well, then he went on to tell us that this is the only place that does this, and because of this, and I wanted to take it on this specific, shot and everything. The value just completely changed because there was this story and this understanding of how it came to be. And so that's how I'm going to do this, because it works on me. Why wouldn't it work on others if they're watching me build this out? And then I'm really going to, instead of go to the echo chamber, and these are some pretty much first principles that should be known anyway and should be followed anyway. But I just want to engage with the audience and get the full feedback loop there to, rebuild this version 2 of Build Lab, making it faster, making it better, making it more punchy, get to the answer right away. And then I'm going to build out these other products over time here. Over the next 12 months, I'm going to be building out 3 different products that are going to be very affordable for people. And I'm going to be testing a lot of different things. I just started the newsletter, the Creators Unlock. And that's how I think about it. It's like, as soon as this, I keep thinking about the name, why that name is so in resonance with myself and I think other people, is you have this moment where it unlocks. And you're like, okay. And I just remember that moment when it unlocked for me, where it was like, okay, I'm building a list of people that have a problem that I can solve, and then I'm solving that problem for them. And I, want to attract people and then convert them into leads, and then nurture my leads and express to them why I'm worth it to them, and then sell them a product that actually works. So having that unlock, made me want to just turn around and share it with other people. And I think of myself as a creator. I like to build things. I like to be on the internet. I like to immerse myself in solopreneurship. I really like to submerge myself into online business and digital products and membership programs, because I really like that. And I was not the education guy, I barely made it out of high school. I was the class clown guy that just got by with C's and B's, and B's were like, better show somebody that. But the point I'm getting at is I just want to be real. I want to essentially think of myself as I want to squeeze out the lemon and get the good. And the only way to really do that is to put your blinders on and build something, and use the feedback to iterate and improve it and continue to make a great product. So my thinking is if I can help, as many people as humanly possible, if I can just get them to, as I put right here, if I can just get that first dollar in their hands, it's over. And so what I'm going to do here with this campaign is, of course, there's going to be the newsletter. The free 5-day email course that I'm doing is going to be how to make your first dollar on the internet. Okay, over 5 days, I'm going to be showing them what I would do to do that. It's going to be just simple, it's going to be clean, and it's going to show them and give them a roadmap of how to do that. The next thing I'm going to be offering them is I'm going to be offering them the single skill this is just for $7 because I like the number 7, and I just want to charge that because I want to test this. I want to try this. I've done this in the past and it worked extremely well, and these price points were always some of the best price points I ever used, so I wanted to use them again. But this first product is, I'm going to show people what I did when I very first started, which is repurposing content. I would go to somebody's business, and you could do this for like a YouTube creator, and I would take their best stuff and I would, turn it into videos and pictures and text and social media content, and that would be what would grow their business without them having to run ads. And, I had clients that paid up to $22,000 in the first year that I did it to help them do this. And I had several clients that paid $5,000 a month, and I had several clients that were paying $2,000-$3,000 a month, and that was the start. That's what really I learned. I got my earned my stripes, if you will. So I want to teach people how to do that, because I figure if I teach them how to actually just repurpose a basic piece of content, how to go to some, buddy's channel, because most people, if they're really big on a certain channel or platform, then they're typically not on another platform like they would like to be. And the reason is they just can't spread themselves that thin, and they don't have anybody that can help actually take their content and turn it into actual good content that they actually want put on their page. And there's a way to do this without having to make it real complicated. So I'm going to teach people how to do that, and then I'm going to sell this product here for $67, because $67 is, I have people that have paid me $67 month after month for 3, 4, 5 years now. And it's always been one of the price points that when I use it, people really enjoy that price point. This is going to be called, as of right now, the only thing I know what to call this is Repurpose Engineer. That's what I keep thinking about. I'm like, you're this like content engineer, and you're taking somebody's best stuff and you're repurposing it in such a way that they want to place it on other platforms so that they get more exposure, they get more width in the marketplace, and at the end of the day, that person is going to get more clicks to their website, they're going to generate more leads and more customers. So it's a win-win. You're helping somebody that doesn't have the bandwidth to reach all those places, but you're taking their stuff that won organically out there in the marketplace, like it did well, it was successful content, and you're going to repurpose it for them and then put it on other platforms so that it suits that platform, okay? And you can call this whatever you want, but that's what you're doing. You're repurposing content that has already shown to be a winning piece of content. So I'm going to teach them how to do that. And this product here is essentially how to get your first 5 clients. So for $67, I'm going to teach them what I would do to get my first 5 clients, how I would repurpose their content, how I would reach out to them, everything that I would do if I had to start over from scratch. And that's going to be a course, and the goal is to make it less than an hour long so that they can set it up and do it themselves. And I'm like, anybody that takes this course here, they're going to get a heck of a lot more than $67 in value. And my hope is to over deliver so much that they're like, wow, this is, I really like this. This is, maybe I'll go join his build lab, so that when I create these other 3 products, one's going to be called the Content Flywheel. It's currently, I'm experimenting with it and working with it. The other one is how to create a digital product that you can sell. And these 3 products like this, anybody that's a member of Build Lab, they get access to all of that stuff, everything. And they also get 2 live weekly calls every Monday and Thursday. So, this is huge because I get on there for a couple hours each time, twice a week. and we record it, and a lot of problems get handled there when you can just get into that one-to-one back and forth live coaching, and then it's recorded. It's very valuable for people. Plus, we have all my programs go into the Build Lab. The Build Lab is like, that's my, ultimate. And so, so hopefully that drives them to go there. But then if they do buy that, I'm going to say to them, now, if you want to do this, now that you've got, this $7 product, the skill, you've got the $67 product, you know how to actually set up the business and the system yourself, then for $297, I'm going to pre-build everything and basically hand you a business in the box, and then I'm going to give you 2 Zoom coaching sessions. Okay, because at this point, they haven't joined Build Lab where they get those 2 sessions every single week for a couple hours each recorded. But here, what I'd like to do is give them, after they buy the product and they get to a certain point, they're going to get these 2 Zoom coaching sessions. And the reason I want to do that is, number one, it helps me as a builder, as an entrepreneur, as an engineer myself, creating things. I can get the feedback loop from it to help me improve these products, because these will continue to be iterated and improved. But more importantly, it's more value for them, and they have a business ready to go. So what am I doing with this offer? I'm saving them time. And what I'm going to be doing, as I said to you, is when I start with all of this, I'm going to start, before it even gets built here, I'm going to start launching it out, pretty much immediately here, is I'm going to have all of these at a reduced price as I'm building it. And each week that I get closer to it, it's going to go up in price. So maybe this one starts out at, maybe it just starts out at $1. And then on this one, maybe it's going to just start out at $27, right? And then this one, I'm just going to start it out at maybe $97, okay? And I'm just going to work up to these price points at the end. And that way, so as I'm building it in public, I'll tell them, listen, it's not completed yet. I'm building it now. And they can get in there and have access to it and everything, but I'm building it with you, because I can get people in at a low price. I can start selling right away and learning faster, and people promote what they create. So if they can be in there helping me create the ultimate product, then at the end, when I offer an affiliate link for these things, they're probably going to be a lot more likely to want to promote it and build it, because A, they're in it. They helped create it by talking along with me and building it with me live, if you will. And if they get actual value from it and it solves their problem, well, then guess what? They're going to actually want to give it to other people. And so they're going to win. I'm going to win. They'll instantly have a product. I'll be selling more of my product, doing what I ultimately want to do, which is help people progress and live a better life, because they have time and money and they can create the life that they want to live. I feel like that's what we're all trying to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be sharing about it in my weekly newsletters. I'm not going to make this promote-y. That's the other thing, was kind of a restraint. I didn't want it to be this big, I'm going to drop this big thing and let's stuff a bunch of emails. I just want it to grow naturally. And maybe that's a big mistake, but I just want to try it, right? I want to try that and see how this process goes. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And I just wanted to share that with you, because I feel like you can join me on that journey if you want. And I also feel like it's going to be very valuable for a lot of people. I think I'm going to learn a lot about myself, and I think you can learn a lot about yourself joining me on the journey. So as I do this, I'm going to be sharing with you what tools I'm using, like Loom, and I was just using Miro there. My little process that I'm going to be going through to build it out. I'm literally just going to take you behind the scenes the whole time, sharing with you what I'm doing. And I'm doing that because I feel like most people have trouble with content marketing, and they think about what they can create and all of these things, when all you have to do, especially getting started, and it works at all times, always and forever, is you need to share stories in the form of you documenting your journey to going to where you're going. Because people love that. I love that. We like going on journeys with people. And that's where the real stuff's at. Because there's a lot of times I'm going to get on here, maybe it's not going to be as polished and refined and not saying it is now, but what I'm trying to get at is I just want to be real life with you, IRL, in real life, okay? And I think just coming along, people are going to see how this works and how they can do it in an easy, simple way and achieve what it is that they want, and probably way well and beyond that. Because once you learn this process and once you figure out how to make your first dollar, everything really changes, and it's a fun thing, it's a helpful thing, and everybody wins. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you're thinking about down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.